Again? Freaking again? Statistically, this is improbable. Hello, this is my 4th attempt at filming this, because this is a really hard thing for me to talk about, but I figured I'd do a little bit of like an update. I don't want to be like dramatic and like clickbaity and be like, I got kicked out, I was homeless, but like I got kicked out and I was homeless. Welcome to the plight of a disabled trans person. It'd be like that, so it's a time. Also, I just like have missed making videos, and I was on the most like consistent upload schedule that I've ever been on in my entire life, and then I freaking had to get kicked out. Of course, I was in a rhythm, I was in a groove, my work-life balance was great, I was doing hobbies, and I was like, it's time for you to leave and think about where you're going next, because we don't want you here. And it really caught me off guard. I'm still having a crisis about it. It's an ongoing crisis of like, again? Freaking again? This is statistically improbable, and I am not happy about it. Especially when I was like, finally just like being like, yes, I'm the master of resting and doing things that I enjoy, but also working. I'm doing great. And then they were like, you're not doing enough. Leave. So I left. And then I lived in my car for a little bit, and then I had a mental breakdown about it, and then one of my friends was like, here, you can come stay here. And I was like, I don't want to take advantage of anybody or have a repeat of what just happened. I was like, you know what? We're just gonna set clear boundaries and be like, this is how long I'm planning on staying. How long can you house me? And just being like open and communicative. That has made it a lot less stressful. I'm not worried that I'm about to get kicked out at any moment. People will be like, you can stay with us for as long as you need to. But then they don't mean that you can stay with them for as long as you need to. They mean you can stay with them for as long as is convenient for them, or for as long as they feel like you need to. So communication, it's very good. Anyway, I'm having a time currently, because I have somewhere to live until September, which is the place that I am right now. Hi. But past September, no idea. I have a little bit of extra money now that like everybody at Starbucks has gotten a raise to $15, and I've started working slightly more, which is like kind of destroying my mental health along with like the housing crisis that I just had, but it's fine. We're rolling with it. I want to keep making content because it's something I enjoy, and also even if like only 4 people watch what I put out, it feels like talking to like a buddy, a friend, and your boy needs the feeling of talking to a buddy or a friend, because it's just been a hard 3 weeks, and like a lot of people I haven't known for that long have shown up for me in really amazing and incredible ways, and I'm so grateful for that. But I'm also trying to grapple with the loss of what I thought was a stable housing situation, and you know, people I thought would support me unconditionally. I've also been like beating myself up a lot, which it's not my fault. I'm not gonna like go into the details of the conversation, because I, you know, as much as I'm upset, I don't want to like breach other people's privacy. So I'm not gonna go into details, but like it wasn't my fault. There were many situations in which they could have like clearly set up expectations, or many times where I gave them outs to be like, actually, we would like you to move out. It just didn't have to be the way that it was, and the way that it was really traumatic. You know how you always look at the statistics, you know, about homelessness and LGBTQ plus youth, and like you use those statistics kind of like from a social justice standpoint to be like, look, you know, there are still problems in like mental health statistics, again, about LGBTQ plus youth, and like, look, there are still problems, but then realizing that you are a part of those statistics is like crazy. My housing situation is like slightly more stable now, but like was definitely homeless for like a week and a half. Hopefully, if disability comes through, I won't be homeless after this, but like I could be homeless again after this if my application for disability gets denied. Like, I'm doing all I can, but the intersection of me being disabled and LGBTQ plus comes together in a really interesting way of I can't work full time, but I have to be careful about the people that I rely on, because not everywhere is going to be a safe space for me because of my transness and because of my queerness. Like, it's such a tricky thing to deal with. I can't express how hopeless I felt and how defeated I felt. The way that people at my work especially have been showing up for me has been amazing. And so I feel a little bit more hopeful kind of at the miracle of humanity that has taken place in my life, but I know everybody's not this lucky, and I guess I just maybe also wanted to like make this as kind of a documentation for like future Dan, and also for anybody else who might be experiencing a similar crisis of like, it's gonna be okay, you know, you're gonna live. It might not feel like it, and I'm kind of like in the midst of it, and it's hard for me to be hopeful, but like if I'm not hopeful, what am I? When all you have to rely on is the kindness of strangers, that's kind of all you can do, is just hope. I've spent a lot of time being sad because I believed that the past circumstances of my life would define the future, that since it was this way, it always will be this way. It's like a semi-logical assumption to come to, but it just makes you sad. It just makes you miserable, and hoping and believing in the people around you and believing in yourself is so much less sad. It's hard, and it takes a lot of energy and dedication, and you can't be perfectly like, I'm being hopeful about the future all the time. But if there's anything that I've learned from being in therapy for like 5 years, it's that you kind of just have to hope that it's gonna get better in the future, and you have to believe in yourself and the people around you, and just because you got hurt or rejected again doesn't mean that it's gonna be like that every time in the future, and I just need to hold on to that. And if there's anyone experiencing the same thing, like, you need to hold on to that. And I just kind of wanted to talk about what has been happening, what I've been going through, so that maybe someday, you know, someone else is like, I'm homeless, what do I do? I don't know. But reach out and ask for help and ask for support, and do all that you can for yourself, show up for yourself, and then ask for other people's help for the things that you can't do for yourself. You don't have to trust everyone right off the bat. You don't have to trust anyone right off the bat. You can choose to only have space in your life for the people who show up for you. You don't have to deal with anybody else. But yeah, that's kind of what's happened, what's been happening. Backgrounds are going to probably change, at least like semi-frequently, maybe. I don't know. I have no idea. I'll see you when I see you.